Hey there, sign of Taurus. This is Kim, here to give you your next 3-day messages. Hope you're doing good today. I have been working on private readings, which are available. Trying to get kind of caught up on those. Thank you all for the support. The information's in the description box below. But I was going to pass along a message. I was getting something in my algorithm, and it was right before your reading about somebody quite literally finding their voice. Like this girl is, and I haven't even finished the short story, but it's called Hear Me Out, I think, and it is about a girl that is mute. She's been mute since an experience that she had that was traumatic, and then she's finding her voice now. So I feel like with you ruling over the throat chakra, that's probably a pretty good message for you all today. What do we have? What do we have for your messages? I have the Drowned King. I have Conjunction, which is interesting. I have Vinegar. Let me get a couple more here, Spirit, please. Copper and Summer. So okay, well, let's start off with the Drowned King. The Drowned King is a card about the ego dissolving, or something in our life that is dissolving, or we're not assigning a label to it anymore, not trying to define it. This is the energy of, you are one with everything. You are the whole ocean in one drop. That's kind of the Drowned King. So it's talking about masks falling off, identity shifting, as it does. We don't completely lose, identity. Maybe in specific cases of enlightenment, you might. So, you could be going through a huge awakening right now with that Drowned King, is what I'm thinking. Something is meant to come together really nicely for you with Conjunction. That card actually means eternal love, infinite love. Something that is made, is destined or fated to, it is destined or fated to occur kind of like in this lifetime. Copper is also the arrival of Eros in a reading, or love, pleasure, Aphrodite. Summer is something growing really good, and it's representing abundance, and abundance in energy, abundance in growth. It can be even signifying abundance with your financial growth here also. But we have Vinegar present, and the Vinegar card in this deck is talking about our like memory of something that was painful that we experienced, or something where it leaves a bitter taste in our mouth. It kind of seems like love wants to come in, but there's this feeling of perhaps like resentment of something that happened before or prior. The Earth's heart is talking about what you find when you reach the core here of the Earth. So you've gone through like these different layers here. All can make you rich or wealthy, right? We in different ways. We have the wheat, we have little pieces of gold, big pieces of gold, but then you get to the core and there's been something blooming there all along. So that's usually like the main message, is that something has been blooming all along, and it is finding something rare. It can be a blossoming love. It's buried treasure at its best. Buried treasure. So Venus, Aphrodite with Copper, talking about the good stuff that's going to come in. Luxury, feeling good. The only thing to deal with here would be the maybe dissolving of the energy that the Vinegar brought in. The dissolving of the energy that vinegar brought in. I have the moon with the sun and the moon on different sides in this deck. And by the way, this one is Kim Krans alchemy, and this one is the Eigengraw. So the moon can represent things that are, there's always something hidden, right? On one side of the moon, there's always something hidden. So there's a lot of unknowns. It is essentially reflecting light, but only on one side from the sun. So this can be talking about what we've been reflecting on, kind of going deep into how we're actually feeling. It is about trusting that divine feminine, your intuition at this point. And it's always about baby steps too, because you imagine if you're walking and the moon is guiding you, it's going to be just lighting up a little bit at a time. So I'm also getting a message of take something slow. Take it slow. Take something slow at this moment. Be easy on yourself. What else can you tell? It's also confronting our fears, you know, as the moon can also represent illusions and our fears. False evidence appearing real, right? Wow. That tree is wanting to show again. So I saw it earlier. And the seed is on the other side. You know, you are the whole, when you're the seed, you are actually the whole tree too. But this is something blooming or blossoming. This is about your spiritual growth, I feel like. And whatever growth the summer the tree has to offer you. So you are a special, a rare soul here. You're able to be transcendent. Okay, so I have mundane on the bottom. I have transcendent up here. So when you're able to be transcendent of things, you're able to take the moments that maybe seem mundane or even boring to others, and you make them something unique, special. It transcends what is here. Meaning into things, looking into meaning into things. Something about your nature is transcendent. So yeah, I would say that you are a special soul if you're able to get into the transcendent energy. Let me see here what this moon is, number 4. Change, shadow, reflection, night, seasons, and something obscuring view. And this could be what's on the other side of the moon. 24 says transcendent, ascension, special, rising above, flow states, and peak experiences. Wow. Something's breaking down so that you can have you're having a really, this feels like you're going to have an out-of-body experience. I have heard of transcendental meditation. That used to be really popular back in late 60s, 70s, transcendental meditation. It might be pointing you to something like that. Tell me about what's growing, since we have these 2 trees. What's growing? Something that is being concocted in the cosmic ether. So this is a card about believing before seeing something physically manifest. It is all about, well, for one thing, it's all about your belief system and your belief system that allows it to grow. So this is what you are forming, what you are making real. So you could be really like focusing in on your creativity and imagination, because believing is seeing. So you are manifesting, and it's already in the cosmic ether. Oh, wow. Supernova. You have the supernova on the bottom. This is a really big one. You have Big Bang, and you have stratosphere. Okay. So these are big energies, right? The Big Bang, a huge energy. This means that all of a sudden, from out of the blue, it's not something that you can compare to what you've been through or what you've experienced thus far. So this is something completely different, something completely new. It might take you off guard. So a previous explosion happens first, and then the Big Bang creates something entirely new for you. Same is true with the supernova, which is also talking about, well, some entropy down there. Okay, which is also talking about there being a previous explosion and then the birth/death of a star. But this is where the birth of a star is very visible in the galaxy. So I would prepare for a Big Bang moment if I were you. It's something that's going to bring this stratosphere energy in, which could be talking about a partnership, a relationship. It's definitely harmony and balance in your life. And it's talking about you being like eternally protected here in this space. Stratosphere. Perfect balance, certainty, and protection. Activate 333 portal and be thankful. This is about being grateful and thankful to the universe for always providing basically, you know, what you need when you need it, for letting you know that what you want to manifest is already, it's already in the ethers. It's already there. Big Bang, I believe, has to do with the 999 portal, so I'll look that one up. Yeah. It says, Big Bang, it took a powerful moment to make way for the creation of everything that is. The Big Bang explodes. It appears and makes its majestic entrance with a heavy explosion outside of your comfort zone. And what does it bring? Expansion, expansion, expansion. Portal number... First, I'll do portal number 333, which says, I am completely surrounded, protected, loved, and guided by my ascended masters. And then portal 999 is an important chapter of my life is coming to an end, so I will let it go with love and put my energy towards the next chapter without being delayed. I hear the call and go straight to work on my new purpose. And you could be feeling entropy right now because it is on the bottom here. Entropy is when the dots do not seem to connect or there is some sort of dysfunction. But doesn't it remind you, though, of like the energy of what's going on in that drowned king? So even in apparent entropy, there is divine order. Yeah, I'm feeling like the Big Bang is a tower moment, but it's going to be a good one. For a lot of you all, this is something that has to do with either love or like love of life. You know, Copper, Earth, Heart, conjunction. Tell me more about this special soul. Tell me more about this special soul. King of Wands. Well, you hold a spiritual fire right now. It's very bright, so others can see. The King of Wands usually is getting noticed by just about everybody around them. What they build inspires other people to build. They get around obstacles in their way very easily. And like I said, they're not afraid of the fire. In fact, in this deck, the person that's in the King of Wands, it's about passionate action, is watching something burn down because they have plans already of what they're going to build in that place. So the spiritual fire or the passion in you is what's driving action at this time, I think. And here's the moon again. And with the telescope, it's telling you to zoom in on how you really feel. Zoom in on what your intuition is telling you, especially if it's telling you there's a change coming. You have a completion with the 10 of Wands. I kind of like that because I usually see somebody that has been exhausted physically with their situation or whatever they're going through, and they're ready to wrap it up. Like they put in what they need to and they're ready to wrap it up and finally get some rest. Now, it can also be like a warning to you that if you have been overextending yourself, especially physically here, that you need to make time for your rest, your health, your rest, your peace of mind. don't need to be out in the battle all the time, you know. King of Pentacles, there you are on the bottom. And remember, we're not doing gender here, but we are reading it as energy. So what are you about to take action on? Spirit, what is this King of Wands about to take action on? The Knight of Wands. This can be another person also. That could be another person, because the Knight of Wands, and I don't know how you feel about the word twin flame, or somebody who feels very passionate about you, wants to do. I feel like the action the King of Wands wants to take is fast, quick. So this person's in like a sports car, and they may be looking like, wow, they're driving really fast, but they're in control. Like, they're in control, and they know how to drive that car. You know, so King of Wands wants to take action, wants to move something forward fast. Maybe wants to even travel here. Can be about travel. Have worry. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords here. The worry might be on the fears of, you know, when we get into our head too much, when we're like, what if? And then thinking of the things that, this is when we're thinking of things that are outside of our control, and then we let it build. And so that can cause insomnia or sleep problems with us. That can be another message as to why the Four of Swords is here. Tell me about Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. Wow. Divine counterparts. And the Ten of Swords here. So what I'm seeing for a lot of you all is a situation that is going to end up turning out where you're friends, you're both friends. There can be an ending, and there can be a confusing feeling of how do I end something, or how is something going to end? But I see these people still connected. I just feel like it's friends here with the King and Queen of Swords. They're connected. They're telepathically linked. One is drawing boundaries, communicating really well, finding your voice, right? And then taking action on a plan here is the King of Swords. And it looks like the plan is to completely have an ending here, because you have 10-10. It's like it's maybe divine time. You know, divine timing to really stand firm, like in your voice at this time, about something that might end. Let's get, and when I say end though, I'm meaning more like end because there's a completion here. Because there's a completion. It's not been easy. Yeah, there was a time here. They're saying there was a time when we were grasping onto something that we wanted to have, and we were wanting to hold on to it, not let it go. But now we're in the energy of aversion, where we're like, yeah, no, let it go. If it needs to go, I'm not grasping onto, I'm not trying to force anything to work, and I'm not just going to grasp onto something to grasp onto it. So it's the mind here that more than anything, the thing that can get you, the thing that can keep us stuck or feeling like we're trapped in some way, can be our thoughts. Okay, so they're saying here your thoughts are seriously manifesting very quickly at this time. Remember, you've reached this level here where it's like you're a step higher here than most people, where you're able to transcend even like normal things. So your thoughts are quickly manifesting. And this is a situation that this imprisonment, it feels like until I get to the 10, it feels like imprisonment or something that I've already let go, but physically is still here as a barrier or an obstacle for me. And have we lost concern about somebody, or lost concern about wanting to hold on to something now? it's like there's been a change of heart regarding what we are really too concerned about. The mature woman, the older woman, the child, the new manifestation, change, and sudden wealth. But the change is in the reverse. So there's been resistance to some changes here. Definitely have some kind of money coming in. I wonder if that older lady has something to do with some kind of money coming in. So they're saying not to hold on or with a tight grasp to anything that's calling you towards change. Because you have some lucky things coming your way. 777, sudden wealth. With a physical manifestation that's ready to be, brought to life, basically. The child. 3 of Pentacles. This is that protection and balance, I feel like. And it has to do with who you're going to be guided to work with. And it can also be about guidance here, too. I'm picking up guidance from your spiritual team. What are the best laid plans for you? What would the best laid plans look like? Yeah, I think this is guidance from your angelic team, from your angels, temperance. Having patience, divine timing, spirit has a plan. And the sun is something new, maybe a new relationship, but it is bringing in a new experience in your life. And you're definitely being told, keep that Queen and King of Swords, that sovereign energy within you. Use your voice your boundaries. And then eventually when you have a plan, because you have the knowledge when you're the King of Swords and Queen of Swords, clarity of thought and mind, then you'll let your plan be known too at that time. 999, which was the portal here. Oh, we have end number 33. 999 was the portal for the Big Bang energy. So extra confirmation about whatever needs to be let go, letting go of it, and accepting the new with love. So 999, thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs so you can make the best of a life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. I am unique. This is what I was saying about you're in this master number 33, okay? You're like up there here with these ascended masters that have reached transcendence. Okay, your thoughts are manifesting very quickly. And that's what it's saying, is that any kind of energy that you put, any thought energy that you put into what you want to manifest, your power to change things and create things is heightened. Your manifestation abilities is heightened right now. It's all for your expansion, but there's just this, nudge of, oh, be careful about what you are thinking about and how you're manifesting, because it's going to happen, quicker than you think. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I'm sending you light and love. Thank you for joining me. Bye.